Hello, everybody. Welcome back to a whole new episode of the Young All American State of Mind podcast. We back at it again. It's been a minute. Well, we got
Yes,
my
sir.
boy, the Young All American, Justin Foley.
We got my young superstar, Brandon Cotman.
Man, before we go any further with the podcast, you feel me? Go check out our YouTube channel, All American State of Mind, and go check out all the other original content that we have on our page, man. And go like, go subscribe, go leave some comments, and don't forget to download whether you listen to it on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to, and rate and review us, man. Let's begin. How you doing, my boy?
Yeah, man, I'm doing good, bro. How you doing, man?
Bro, I'm just man all over the place, but bro, man, it's been a minute since we hopped on the pod for real, for real.
Yeah, bro. Like it's like life. Like life is reality, man. That's what I kind of been taking the last few days. Like
Mm.
life is reality, and it's like sometimes I tend to think like, man, is this actually like real? Like, why is this like, stuff happening? But like, I'm learning that the stuff that's happening is building me into the man that I need to become for whatever new challenges are going to come face me down the line when I'm successful.
Ooh, ooh, that's powerful, my boy. So
Yeah.
what else been going on since the last pod episode we recorded? What's been happening in your world, man?
So like, uh, um, I had got a a nail in my tire, so
Mm.
that was something new, and but it's like really just like work, man. Like when you just like working and not really like I want to say like not really taking the time out and just breathe a little bit. You know
Mm.
what I mean? Like
Yeah.
just having some time to yourself. Like you really get exhausted from work, so when you really just take the time from that, and just really like sit and think and just be grateful. That's kind of uh, where that's kind of what's been going on in my world is just appreciating that I'm even able to work, that
Mm.
that I got a car to drive to work, and because I know it's people that wish they had jobs or people that's been laid off just because they can't even get the vaccine. So,
Man.
but it's yeah, just being more grateful. But what's been going on in your world, bro? I know it's been some things shifting and stuff. So what's been going on?
Bro, it's been a lot, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I just feel like as of recent, I just feel like for a while, like my emotions was like all over the place, and I feel like, and I kind of still feel like this at this current moment. That I feel like I need like a real, like you ever had a moments when you just like just really cry and you just let everything out. I feel
Yeah,
like I'm in a need of one of those type of moments. Like I'm not one to try to portray myself as a tough guy and this and that, but I feel like there's are things I feel like there's things that's preventing me in a way. But it's like I want to release it all, but like how though?
yeah. One thing about me is just I started daydreaming about like how my future is, and it's weird. I just was able to let it out on the way home. Like
Mhm.
sometimes you may just need to like get alone, like literally just get alone somewhere that's like just quiet and just
Mhm.
like just sit and think and just and let it out. Like, and once you do, man, like it's like I said, you just feel like a whole new person.
Yeah, yeah, that's true, man. Bro, like how was that like process for you? Like how did you feel afterwards? Like when you was able to let it all out, to relieve yourself, like all the emotional baggage and stuff.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. It's hard for like just being a young black man. Like, it's hard to express like my feelings because like or even just to let things out because in this life and just being a wrestler too. a former wrestler, like we're just taught as young men just to like um, we have to face things headstrong, forget about it, and just try to move on. You know what I mean? But like as men, I like as like real men, I never knew like you can like I never felt like I should cry because I've always tried to like hide that from my like personality. You feel me? So like growing up as like a young man now, I'm like, man, this is wild. Like I feel better that I can really express my feelings as a man because I feel like a lot of us young men are not able to do that.
Whew. Man, that's so true. Like, bro, like I'm still like working on that myself. You know, like having like an outlet to like properly express what I'm feeling and what I'm going through, like just to be able just to let it all out. You know, like is it hasn't been easy, but I know it's something that I need to do. You know.
Yeah, for sure. It's not as easy as people think it is. Like I hate the stereotype of it's too feminine for a man to cry about something or to be emotional about something. Like there's nothing wrong with that. And I've been around a few people who who think that, and just being able for myself to learn on my own that like okay, it's okay for me to cry about something. It's okay for me to let it out. Like
Mm-hmm.
it just feels good, man.
Bro, how did you get to that point? It's like you're comfortable with like with being vulnerable and like and letting those emotions out.
Honestly, bro, just like for me, like going like simple as it's just going to church, man, and I see like
Mm.
other men like what they like because I'm in a man I'm in this like man's group.
Mm.
Shout out to my boy Christian. He started this like man group because he felt like it was like a lack of like community just in the world in general of
Mm.
like men coming together and just like expressing their emotions and being vulnerable about the things that they struggle with.
Mm.
And just growing up in church and being around men, seeing other men cry and being more vulnerable about like their situations in life has really encouraged me to really like let things out.
Man.
It's
Whew.
deep, man.
Yeah, man. It's just so I don't know. I just feel like I don't know why I feel like it's so tough. You know, because I feel like there was
Yeah.
like a period of time where like it was really simple for me like to let those tears out. It was very simple and very easy for me to let go of what was burdening me, you know? But for,
Yeah.
but for some reason like I've been finding that pretty troubling, like really hard for me to do.
Yeah, it's like I said, bro, like it's hard and it's sometimes it's still hard for me, bro. So it's like you're not the only one. Cause like just growing up as like, you know, like as a guy, sometimes it's hard to be like it's hard to be emotional. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's because we're like I don't want to say we have like tunnel vision, but like it's like some things like we don't really get to like you know when someone like when someone like dies
Mm-hmm.
and um they try to they grieve, but I
Yeah.
feel like for like young men, like when someone like for example was dies or something, like we're just taught to like be strong and
Mm-hmm.
not it's not okay to like cry or anything, you know what I mean? And I think
Yeah.
that's a big difference is between like us grieving about taking the time out and grieve about situations in life instead of like just overlooking it and just passing it by.
Yeah. How do you make sure like I'm not just like I'm embracing this moment, I'm embracing this feeling, but I'm letting it go, or and you don't on a flip side, like you don't ignore it, you know?
Mm. It sounds like you talk to yourself more than anybody else does. So like you know what's going on inside, and you know when you're trying to let out. So like, and I would say the first thing is like you're honest about like what's going on in your life, and once you're honest about it, like once you let it out, and it's like it's it's not a lie. What you're once you let it out, that's all that pain and the stuff that you like went through or whatever. Like it's all real. So I
Yeah.
just think just getting honest with yourself, like
Mm.
why am I feeling this way, and then once you find that out, and you'll be able to let it out.
Okay, okay, man, I feel you on that, man. That's so real, and it's like I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie to you. Something else like that's been like hit me like the last couple of days. It's like now, like I feel like I'm really starting to become a fan of myself, and I'm really starting to embrace me and really like
Mm,
love me. You know, cause at first me loving myself, it was just a cool phrase. You know, it was just a good idea, but it was never a habit.
mm,
But I feel like now it's starting to become a routine. You know,
mm.
it's starting to have some
How
meaning in my life.
how did you become a fan of yourself? Because I feel like a lot of people need to like really like uh take the steps and really learning how to do that.
Uh, man, it really came from something like this. Like it's really simple as this. And it might sound crazy. Like I wrote a poem maybe like a few weeks ago or whatever, and like I reread it, and I was like, oh my gosh, like damn, like that's actually pretty nice. Like oh snaps. And then like the night before, like last night, actually, like I was just in one of them like moods, like one of them like emotional states where I was just writing, and I wrote like 7 straight poems, and it was like each time I tried to fall asleep, like I had another poem in my head, you know, and it was like as I was like writing them, I'm like, oh my gosh, like wow, this is like really dope. This is like really amazing, and I was like, snaps, like I've never really felt that way about myself before, like to really allow myself to be like, damn, Randy, you actually doing something nice. Like when I was young, I was always quick to not just critique me, but like disrespect me. And what I
Mm,
mean by that is like just put myself down, like talking negatively to myself, even though I wouldn't allow anybody else to do that to me, but I was doing it to myself.
wow, wow, man, that's deep, man. Like it's like once you find like another passion in life, something that I'm not even talking about like a job, like
Mm-hmm.
it could be like you said, simply as just like writing a poem, writing a song,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And once you really like put time into like your craft and what you just really love to do, and that can be anything, man. And it's just like you said, you really just become a fan of yourself. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's just crazy how that works out, man. And like your story is really encouraging, bro. From that poem,
Yeah.
and I think it's really going to touch a lot of other people, because I feel like a lot of people in this world are like people pleasers, and they're
Mm-hmm.
not a fan of themselves.
Yeah, man. That's so real, man. Like, have you gotten to that point to really appreciate yourself and really love yourself?
Yeah, yeah. Like some days I'm still like hard on myself about like the mistakes I make in life.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I'm like, man, like I'm not. I'm learning not to say like I'm not, perfect or anything, but like just uh, I think about a lot of times, like I really think about like the impact that I've had on people throughout my whole wrestling career, and what people say about my character um, really means a lot to me, because that makes me become a fan of myself, because that means I'm doing the right thing. So
Okay.
it's like I've been a fan of myself, but I've just been afraid to like really like show it towards myself, if that makes sense.
Mm.
So it's like now, like I got the confidence um, to really say like, man, I don't care how bad things get in my life. I love myself too much. I'm a fan of
Mm-hmm.
myself. Like I didn't get here by mistake. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean? And those are like the main reasons like that I became a fan of myself. But it's hard to, bro. Like
Oh yeah.
it's weird. You know what I mean? It's weird
Mm-hmm.
to explain. Like it's like you can be a fan of yourself, but it's like you're not at the point where you're ready to like express that to yourself. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. That's whew. That's really one of them, bro. And it's like, bro,
Yeah.
like, when did you get to the point to you like, all right, I'm more than just a wrestler, and I love myself outside of wrestling.
Mm. I remember we I won male athlete of the year at one of my JUCO colleges, and
Mm-hmm.
like my coach, his name is Coach Cole Spree. Shout out to him. He's doing a him and he was a great, like he's a great wrestling coach. Like he just won the women's team at his school in college. They call Indian Hills. They just won nationals last year.
Wow.
Um, yeah, he's a really good coach. But get back on the subject. When he started talking about like my character, like I've never seen this man cry, like never.
Mm-hmm.
And when he started really like talking about like my character and stuff, like he started getting like choked up. I was like, dang, like
Mm-hmm.
I really that day I really like thought to myself, I'm like, man, like I'm really making a difference. Like it's like it's really bigger than wrestling. Like I used to be so obsessed with getting awards, but like
Mm-hmm.
that was to me like winning like a national championship. Like
Wow.
just being able to see another my coach who was more than a coach for me, just like
Mm-hmm.
break down and cry. I've never seen I do that with anyone.
Wow.
Anyone. So since that day on, I was like, man, that's
Man,
that's kind of
man, that's touching, bro. That just hit me.
yeah,
And yeah,
yeah,
bro. You know, to
yeah,
know that whatever you're doing something that is having a positive impact without even knowing, you know? And it's like, wait, what? Like, man, I really did this? Like, I've got you to feel this way? Like, wow, that wasn't necessarily my goal, but like, wow.
yeah, right. Because it's like we tend to forget that like we're making impacts while we're doing our craft,
Mm-hmm.
and like sometimes we do like it's okay to say that we do get distracted by the success that we have
Mm-hmm.
instead of the impact on the people that's around us, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it's nothing wrong with that because we're human, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But like we just tend to forget about that stuff, man. And honestly, that's more important to. Can you imagine having the whole campus respect you because of your character, not just
Man.
because like you're good at something? Like
Mm-hmm.
it makes a big difference from saying like, oh yeah, that's my boy, he's cold at wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
But the difference between someone else knowing your character, not just like your craft.
Yeah. Cause like when somebody knows your craft, it's like, all right, that's cool for the moment. You know, and it's like eventually there's gonna be like another person that's gonna be better than you. You know, and that's gonna be like they're new, like, oh my God, this guy's oh he's such and such, or this young lady, she's such and such, you know. But when you have that high character, you become unforgettable in a way.
Yeah, for sure, bro. Like people people will always like remember you by the impact that you have because people forget about you. Think about this. People forget about you like once you're done with your craft, once
Mm-hmm.
you like you had past success and stuff, but like once people are never going to forget about like your character, man. Your
Yeah,
character. It's I'm a living witness, man. Like people will never forget about your that your character.
man, that's so true. Cause like, you know, the saying like nobody like people don't forget the way you made them feel.
Mm,
Like they always remember that feeling, whether
yeah,
that's positive or
that's very
negative.
yep. That's very true, bro. It can be as simple as going to a restaurant and
Mhm.
you had a bad customer, you had like a bad waiter or something. Like you're gonna
Mhm.
remember their character, that experience that you had at that restaurant,
Mhm.
and it's not even about the food. It's just about like the
The
character
bad.
that you getting
Mhm.
from like the waitress or the waiter, and that makes a bigger difference. So that proves our point about that people will remember your character more.
Yeah, man. For real, man. But bro, like, what else been going on with you, man? What else been happening in the world of Justin?
Man, it's weird, bro. Las Vegas is it's getting a little chilly.
No, for real, it's getting a little nippy. What the temp like out there now?
Bro, it's like, bro, at one morning it was like 59 degrees, bro. Like I had to turn on the heater at one point.
What?
Yeah, it's wild, bro. It's a such thing. I was like, what the heck? They said
Mm.
it's a such thing that dry cold.
Mm.
I
How's
said
that?
dry cold. It's a weird feeling, bro.
Mm.
Like we you from Chicago, I'm from
Mm.
Wisconsin, but I mean we went to school in freaking Iowa. Like
Mm.
it's cold there, like bro. But here it's like it's weird. I don't know how to explain it, bro. You just gotta like come experience it. Like
Okay.
you just need like when you go outside, like man, like I need a jacket. Like it kind of it's like a warning, like you need a jacket on.
Okay.
But it's I really like uh um been treating myself like you said, bro. Like becoming a fan of yourself. Like I've been like I ordered this shirt. Like I just came
Okay.
from a Bears game from the
Okay.
at the Raider Stadium. Like I just really just been enjoying life and having fun.
Okay, man. Man, that's great to hear that you're really embracing you, man. And you're
Yeah,
really appreciating yourself. Because oftentimes people get caught up in wanting others to appreciate them without even appreciating themselves.
ooh, well, dropping some dimes today, bro.
No,
Man, that's
I'm just keeping it real, bro. I'm not gonna lie,
yeah,
that's even something like I've gone through myself, you know, and still go through at times, you know.
yeah. And it's nothing wrong with that either, because it's like people got to grow, people got to learn, you know. And
Mhm.
when I'm learning too, every day is going to be a new challenge. Like
Mm,
we
okay.
have to stop fighting like the same battle. You know, that's something that my pastor, my youth leader, young adult leader, his name is
Mhm.
Pastor Mike. Like we just gotta like move on and fight new battles, bro. Like when you stuck on the same battle, bro, you can't grow. You know what I mean?
Yeah. How do you make sure you're actually doing that though, that you're not just caught up in a cycle?
Hmm. Dang, that's a good question, bro.
Yeah.
It's just like I think sometimes it could just be ourselves, bro.
Mm-hmm.
We're the ones that's in control of the like. It's just like it's just like we have the decision to wake up either mad or happy. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So
Yes.
like if you're waking like I have the decision to to make up my mind on what I'm going to do today. So I guess like if I'm fighting the same battle, that means I'm not growing. Like if I got something against like my brother or something, and like I'm fighting that battle trying to hold the relationship, like I'm fighting that same battle every year, like I'm not growing. Like
Mm-hmm.
throughout 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 that battle, a new battle has to come. Like I can't keep you can't I wouldn't be able to keep fighting the same battle.
Mm-hmm.
Like something new has to open up, and I have to be the bigger person to bring the new battle. Like, okay, I got something against him, or he feels some type of way against me. It's like, all right, the next step, I'm gonna try to reach out to him. That's a new battle. You know what I mean, right there.
Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna I'm gonna try to take him out to eat and see what's going on. That's another new battle. You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
just like it could be our own self holding us back from the new battles that we can be growing in.
Okay. Okay, man. I got you. I got you, my boy. Man, that's it was just interesting to hear you say it, 'cause I don't think I ever heard really anybody say it like that before.
Yeah, and that's something that I've really been thinking about lately. Is like, man, like, bro, like you notice, like, because I know, like, the things that you went through at Upper Iowa, like,
Mm-hmm.
that you were going through, like, in life, like, to where you are now, like I said, I've seen you, like, grow, and, like, you get new battles in your life now because you've grown, you've beat out those old battles. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And like I said, bro, you're a living witness of it, bro. Like you, like
Yeah.
you, like I've seen, like I said, bro, I've seen you grow because you beat out the old battles that you were going through, and now new battles are coming, and you're still growing. You know, so
Yeah.
you're. So I'm looking at you like a living witness of it, bro.
Yeah. Cause it's like, bro, like when growth is like your ultimate goal, you have to look those challenges that you're facing in the face. You know, you can't
Mm,
run away from them. You have to embrace them and then just accept whatever comes with that and just try to keep on moving forward, you know. And it's like when you're moving forward, it may not be by a lot, but you will inch your way into looking and you look back, you know, oh, so I just covered a mile, you know, and then you just
mm,
keep on inching your way, like inch by inch by inch. Oh, snaps, that's another mile, you know, and just keep on going like that because you like, oh, snaps, like, oh, snap, like I've really, oh, this how far I've came, you know, like there's been times like I've like really like recently, like I say last 2 months or so, especially like with this year almost being over, I've been thinking like, oh, snaps, like, damn, I remember this was a challenge for me. This was a problem for me. Then like, damn, like, oh, I've grown. You know, like I can look back and think about conversations I've had like 3, 4 years ago. You know, like talking like I remember I was talking with this professor, a close like one of my favorite professors, Gary Sager, and I was just talking to him like, man, like, how do you work on like forgiving somebody and stuff like that? And I was like, that challenge now is not as hard as it once was, you know. And it's like now I can see myself doing the things that I didn't know how to do at one point in time.
wow, that's deep, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And adding to what you're saying, bro, like when I like used to like make mistakes or be afraid of like the battle that I was in, I used to like literally be afraid to look myself in the mirror. Like
Man,
that was it was an actual thing. I'm like it was like I was ashamed of myself, you know, in a sense, because it's like you don't know how to like really like fully like understand like why you're going through it, and
mm-hmm.
why can't you understand like you're going through it, and how do you get through it, like you know, you sometimes I just get so ashamed And I just want to let the people out there know it's okay to look yourself in the mirror and just say like you're gonna make it. Sometimes you just got to do that, and it feels good to like really take that, be vulnerable with yourself
Mm-hmm.
about battles in your life, and looking yourself in the mirror, telling yourself that you're gonna make it through and not fail.
Yeah, and it's like not just looking at that person in the mirror, because oftentimes the person in the mirror you see, it isn't you. It's just a reflection of the world. So you have to give that person that you're looking at in the mirror the same compassion, the same love and grace that you want from God. You got to get up to the image you see in the mirror. And it's like when you're able to do that, you activate something new, something different, and you plant a seed that unlock a new you.
Bro, that's so deep. Even when you said like the person in the mirror, you got to give them love too. Man, that is so deep what you just said, bro. Like it's so crazy. But I know what you mean, what you're trying to put into words. Like once you're able to do that, like you said, like you just be able to unlock a new part of yourself that you probably didn't believe that was like able to be unlocked,
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah,
I got a deep, deep question for you.
ask it, man.
Say you was a father, would you be able to raise your younger self?
Mm. Mm. Uh, yeah, I think so, yeah. And it's like, bro, like not just raise a younger me. Like I would have a sense of compassion and empathy, because I would be able to see and recognize like the battles that my younger me was really facing, like what I was really going through. I would be able to see the mayhem underneath the smile that everybody else sees.
Mm,
You
that's
know,
deep, bro.
for real,
Man,
bro.
it's I, I don't know why I was just thinking about that, bro, because like you said, bro, like it's like a literally like that's a reflection of you, like you raising your old self
Mm-hmm.
into the man that you want them to be better, in a sense better than you. So it's just kind of, I just always like to ask, like it's deep. Like for
Mm-hmm.
me, like it just, to me, like you said, I'll be more empathy, more emotional towards myself.
Yeah.
And I don't know what, like it's just so deep, bro, because like your old, both of our old selves were in like a different type of world at during like growing up. Like we not thinking how we thinking now,
Yeah,
and
we
we've
was,
been
we was
through so
like in
many
a in
phases.
a in a different headspace. Like we always like we knew the outcome we wanted, but we didn't necessarily know
Yeah,
how to get there. Yeah.
yeah,
And then put
man,
into like even easier, simpler terms, bro. We had the recipe, but we didn't have the ingredients to be the person we wanted to be.
that's deep, man. And growing up, man, around like kids and like different people in school, like it was just a lot of bad influences, bro, that make you think like, man, this is my environment. This is like who I am, and this is
Mm-hmm.
what I gotta go through. Like, it's just a lot of things that run through your mind sometimes, even at a young age. So
Yeah.
it's just deep. I could say honestly, I don't know. Like I don't know how, I guess just by just showing love and empathy, that's the best way I would say I would raise my younger self.
Yeah. And it's like I I ain't like for me, like when I was younger, I know the things that I always wanted. I always wanted to have like those deep connections and deep bonds with people, you know, and I always wanted to be vulnerable, you know, because I always had these thoughts and I always wanted to share them with people, but uh, I didn't always have the right people to share them with, you know. Like I didn't have people that would be able to like understand like what I'm talking about, like or what I'm going through. There were a few, you know, and those few people like I still talk to this day, like what I'm going through and stuff like that, you know.
Dang, bro, that's deep, man. Like having things that you want to share, but you didn't have the right people to share them to. Dang, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I think that's a huge problem in today's society in the 21st century.
Mm-hmm.
Like, man, bro, you just unlocked a whole new thing, bro.
Talk about it,
Like,
bro. Like,
bro,
share your thoughts, bro.
like in the 21st century, bro. Like, I feel like we have a lot of even like me and my guy Tyler was talking about. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you see, you just see like like this the 21st century, this generation is just like so, it's just so different. And I feel like they're growing up too fast. So it's just like they're becoming someone that they're not, you know, and they're surrounding themselves around the wrong people because they're growing up so fast. You know what I mean? And what I mean by that, like you like see some like 8-year-old girls wear like, booty shorts and and their shirt where their stomachs are showing and stuff. And it's like you hear about things that goes on in this world, and you like even like with the younger generation having like iPhones and stuff, bro. Like at that age, bro, we used to play football and stuff outside. You know what I mean, bro? Like
it's like in a way you're saying that technology is accelerating the rate in which people are growing up, you know.
Yeah, for sure. It's it's just so crazy to see how far like we came, because it's like you always say, everybody was born in a different generation, and like I feel like this generation is like as a whole, like it's some success in it, but like then again, it's like what you said about like not having the right people to share your thoughts to, being vulnerable. Like it's a lot of people that's afraid to do that, bro, in this generation. Like like and I feel like a lot of people are not paying attention to this generation for whatever reason. And I feel like this generation is very like emotional, really needs help,
Okay. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like we're like think about this, right? Like me and you, we're 23, 24 years old, right? I feel like the things that we're learning now is like things that they're learning at a younger age, so possibly they can go further than where we've been or where we're going, you know.
That's very true, bro. Man, bro, you unlocked some new things in me today, bro.
I'm just, hey,
Man,
we just
my
going
boy
back and
D
forth,
dropping
man.
some dimes, man.
We're just
But
going
like,
back and forth, man.
but it's just like, all in all, bro, like, even just doing this podcast with you, bro, we started this like, this, eh, we started this a year ago, bro. We wasn't even really serious. Like, just think about that, bro.
Bro,
Like,
we
we wasn't
started this
even
our
serious, bro.
senior year, bro.
Yeah,
Our senior year at
senior year.
UIU. Now we're 2 years
Yeah,
removed from graduating, bro.
yeah, and we still going. And it's just like, I just want to let anyone know out there, like, if you got a friend if you got an idea with one of your friends that you call a brother, just go ahead and do it. Trust the process, because like I said, we've been doing some, like, we have some great opportunities. We talked to some great people. We have great people on the podcast, like, and it's just really been fun. And it's really been helping us just being able to be vulnerable just to each other as friends, more than friends, you know? So I just want to encourage anyone out there that's have the idea that we, that they might, or whatever you're thinking about doing, just go ahead and do it.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like, to add on what you're saying, like, man, like, for everybody that's out there just listening to like me and Justin, like, have this conversation, man, just go pursue whatever you want to go pursue. You know, like, go after your dreams and say fuck it. You know, don't be the one that's in your way. You know, what Cal Lipke said, man. He said, "I'd rather be a fool and learn at 24 than play it safe and have regrets at 66."
Dang.
Mm-hmm.
Woo.
Yeah.
I might have to write that down in my journal, bro.
It's so real,
might have to
bro.
write. Yeah, it is, bro. Because like at the age, like you, man, that quote means more than just that, than what it says. Like you have to understand if you're in your 20s.
Yeah. Bro, share with the people what that quote meant to you, man. Like, cause I just saw the little reaction you had to it. So share like what it triggered in you.
At your 20, when you're 24 and still staying with my parents, like you have more time to like mess up, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
You have more time to like mess up, make mistakes. And I'm not saying you got to walk on eggshells when you get to like your 50, 40s and 60s, but as you get older, you start to have more responsibilities. You know what I mean? So you got to be smarter, but like growing up, like you get to, like in your 20s, like you get to have fun, you get to spend money, do this and that, but like as you get older, like you don't want to regret anything that you did in your 20s. You don't want to regret anything that you did in your teen years. Like you want to these, like from the moment that you're like, I'm gonna say like 15 to 18 to 24, like those years should be like your best years of your life. Like you should have fun, you should travel, and like what I mean by travel is like just spend time with your family, go on family vacation. Like you got more stuff to have fun with, and that's something that I was able to do in my like 20s, and I've did so much. And I'm 24, so I don't have any regrets. So if I was 66 today, like I did majority of the things that I wanted to do that was off my bucket list.
Yeah, that's so real. And like to me, that quote is like you're gonna regret the things you didn't do more than the things you did do. So it's like you might as well just go after it, and just let the cards and let things unfold how they may.
Yeah, that's so true, bro. And just and just trust the process, bro, because nobody's perfect. Just live. The biggest thing that me and Brandon is trying to really get out to everybody is just live life with no regret. And like Russell Westbrook always say, why not?
Yeah, that's true, man. And
just take your chance.
That's real spill, man. And like something else I like to speak on is like a post I saw you put on Instagram like this past week, when it was something along the lines of you're currently living one of the prayers that you once prayed about.
I think I remember that, bro.
Yeah, we gotta talk about that, man. That's how you put.
Dang, bro. Oh my gosh, bro. I'm so glad that you brought that back up, bro. Like, Dang, bro, think about. I sometimes sit and, bro, I almost be getting emotional, bro, because I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm really living one of the prayers that I prayed about, bro. It could just be one thing,
Mm-hmm.
but like, I know for sure, like, everything that I desire, bro, in life, if God didn't do anything else in my life for me, bro, that I'm at a point where like this is like that's enough. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's crazy, bro. Like when you actually, bro, if you actually sit and think about that sometimes, it will blow your mind. It
That's
really
facts,
will.
bro.
Like
Mm-hmm.
we all are living in at least one blessing that we prayed about in our past time when we are
Mm-hmm.
like younger.
Yeah, well, that's so true, bro. Cause like when I thought about it, bro, I took the minute, I took like a minute, maybe like 5 to 10 minutes, thinking like, oh, sounds like sucks. I graduated from college. I played college football, you know, and I've met like some great individuals, you know, and it's like, wait, what?
Yeah,
Like being able to have these memories and have those moments, like them are shits I prayed about, like in elementary school, in middle school, you know.
man.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I'm trying not to get emotional now, bro, because I'm just
Oh, you,
thinking
you
about it. Like,
good, bro. You good, bro.
bro,
I'm already knowing. It's
man,
so real.
because it's like I've been, bro. Like people don't know, like I was bullied a lot in middle school, so to the point where my mom had to sit with me in some of my classes with me,
Wow.
and yeah, so
Wow.
it kind of, so I had a confidence problem growing up as a kid because I was bullied so much in school, and it kind of reflected on me of like my grades. I used to get bad grades. Like my
Mm.
some people thought I wouldn't even make it to high school,
Wow.
and yeah, it was crazy, bro. But now I was on the dean's list. I was a successful wrestler,
Hmm.
and it's just emotional, bro. Like,
Yeah.
man,
My boy, he all American at life,
man,
man. Not just
yeah.
wrestling, but life.
Oh yeah, for sure. I don't know. I'm not all American in the women though.
Well,
Nah,
how
I'm
the
just
dating
joking.
scene in Vegas, man? Since you brought up women, man, how the dating scene in Vegas, man?
It's cool. Like West Coast girls, they're like some of the girls out here are like stand up ish, to be
Mm-hmm.
honest. So it's just like you really just gotta be on your stuff. Like you really just gotta not tell them. Telling is not enough nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm really learning about here, like you just really gotta be taking care of yourself, be in your bag, and just doing what you love to do.
Mm-hmm.
And once you get to that point and being able to pursue someone, like this is my first time being on the West Coast, so like I'm used to like Midwest,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
He used to
Midwest
the
girls.
Midwest women, the Midwest
Yeah,
flavors.
but I feel like the Midwest girls are easier to get, but West Coast girls play harder to get.
Mm. Okay. 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 I got you.
So
I got you. Hey, I'm picking up what you're putting down.
yeah. But bro, like I can like it's sunny outside, bro.
Yeah. And it's like, bro, before we dip off, man, is there anything else you'd like to say to the people?
And just live life with no regrets.
Okay. Hey, it's just as simple as that. Live life with no regrets.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
now for everybody that's still listening, man, that's it from the latest pod episode of the Young All American State of Mind podcast. Now, don't forget to rate and review us. You feel me? Wherever you're listening to us at, you know, go subscribe to our YouTube channel, All American State of Mind. Go check out more of the original content that we have. And go leave some comments. We love the feedback. We love to go back and forth with whoever's listening. You know,
Yes, sir.
hey, and that's it. Hey, we see you next time. Whenever next time is.